Chelsea. I'm an occupational therapy student and I'm going to be working with you today. Can I just verify your first and last name and date of birth, please?
My name is Barry Moore, and my birthday is March 3rd, 1955.
Okay. Nice to meet you, Barry.
Yeah, you too.
So I just want to start off by finding out a little bit about you. So can you tell me, obviously we're here in your home. I know that this is where you live. Are you living here alone? Do you live with somebody? How do you spend your day? What are you interested in? Just tell me a little bit about you.
I live with my wife,
Okay.
and we have 3 dogs, and we're both retired.
Oh, okay.
And I teach woodworking,
Okay.
just something to do. And my wife has flower beds, and
Oh.
so we like to make those look nice and mow.
Just keep the yard looking good.
Yeah.
That's good. Okay, well, can you tell me a little bit why you think you might be getting referred for OT services?
Yeah, they said I had a stroke on my left side of my brain,
Okay.
and now my right side doesn't work as well. It's just I can't hold things, and
Right.
my fingers are weak, and I can move my leg a little, but my foot doesn't want to come off the ground.
Okay. All right. There's something I might look at later.
And
So-
I have to use a walker right now, but I don't like it. It makes me feel like an old man, and I'm not an old man.
Oh, you sure are not. So what are some things that you would say you're currently struggling with in particular, or that you just really want to get back to doing?
Well, I just feel like my wife has to watch me all the time, and I wish that I could just take care of myself so she didn't have to watch me all the time and feel like she's like babysitting me,
Okay.
and
I understand that.
just being able to, like, I can't even get dressed by myself, and
Really?
so just to be able to do that by myself, and I really want to get rid of that walker.
Okay. Why?
I just don't like it. It just makes me feel old.
Oh, okay. I understand that. So you mentioned that getting dressed is kind of difficult for you. Is it all parts of getting dressed, or just like a certain part of it?
It's putting on my shirt.
Okay.
It's hard
Okay.
because of my right arm,
All right.
and I'm right-handed,
Oh, okay.
so I need it for a lot. But now I have to do those things with my left.
Yeah, that's understandable. And you definitely should be using your left hand so that you can get the things done that you want to. So I do think I can help you in regaining some of your independence back, and I can teach you some strategies to help with the dressing as well. Before we do anything like that though, I would like to go ahead and get your vitals just to make sure that we're safe to continue with therapy today, okay?
Okay.
Okay, I'll be right back with my equipment.
Okay.
Okay, Barry, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to test your oxygen using this device right here. So if I could, I'm going to have you stick out your finger. There we go. Just go ahead and relax your hand. Oh, you are at 99, which is perfect. So we're all
Okay.
good there. now I'm going to go ahead and get your blood pressure, which I'm sure you know how that works. You probably had to take it many times.
All the time.
All right, let me see this arm.
Your hands are cold.
I'm sorry, I know they are. Have you ever been told that you are hypertensive or have high blood pressure or anything like that?
No.
Okay. Just checking. I'm gonna put this right there, and it might be a little cold, so sorry about that.
That's fine.
All right, BP was 118/89. So normal is 120/80, so you're pretty safe. We're good to keep going. Last thing I wanna do is I'm gonna check your pulse, okay? So I'm just gonna take your hand right here. Sorry again, my hands are cold. I just want you to relax, okay? Okay, Barry. Your heart rate was 69, which is normal for you. We want it to be right there. 69 is pretty good for resting, which since you haven't been doing anything yet, that's perfect. And then I was also taking your respiratory rate, so seeing how often your chest rises and falls, and that was at 16, which is also perfect. We want it to stay under 20. So I'm sure all of those vitals might spike up a little bit as we're doing activity, but right now everything seems good to go, okay?
Okay.
All right. Okay, Barry, I've gotten your shirt that you mentioned from your closet, and I just want to see how you would typically put this on. Like, show me how you're doing it now, so I can see like where you're struggling exactly. Yeah, it seems like you're definitely having a rough time with that, huh? Okay, here, let me show you another way that this can be done. I actually also magically had this device called a button hook with me in my car, so I'll show you how this can be used as well. And this is a super simple device that you can get off Amazon for super cheap, and you can use it for multiple different things, but buttoning your shirt is one of them. So what I'm gonna have you do first is, I saw that you put it on your unaffected side first. Instead of doing that, I want you to put it on your weaker arm. So you're gonna take it and you're just gonna lift up the arm the best that you can, and you're gonna slide that arm into that first sleeve, okay?
Okay.
Yeah, and then you can try and use that other hand to kind of drape it, throw it back behind your back as far as you can. And then bring it around. There you go.
Okay.
Wasn't that a little bit simpler?
Yeah.
And then you can also use this device to do the buttons. So you're basically just going to, you're gonna thread it through the hole. So go ahead and take this and I can show you how to work that. So you're going to take it, you're gonna thread it through the buttonhole. It's gonna latch on to the other button. And then you're just going to pull it back through. And voila.
Huh.
Great. Now that we've got your shirt on, we can go ahead and I would like to see how your walking is. So since you mentioned you want to get rid of your walker, I can see if, maybe it's still necessary to have, or if maybe there's something else we can use. But since we're nice and dressed, we can go ahead and get your walker and go for a little walk so I can watch you, okay?
Okay.
Okay, Barry, go ahead and walk to that line just normally how you would. Okay, go ahead and stop. So what I'm witnessing is that I think you have something that is called foot drop. Have you ever been told that you have that by like your doctor or a PT or anything?
No.
Okay, well, we can have a seat and I'll explain that to you, okay?
Okay.
All right, so foot drop is something that is pretty common with someone that's had a stroke. Basically, the muscles that are in your foot and your ankle are weak, so you're unable to make this motion right here, and your foot just kind of hangs down. So that's why it kind of slaps whenever you're walking, it slaps the ground. So I actually have this device on me. Surprisingly, I do think it will fit you. It's called an ankle foot orthosis, or AFO for short. And what it's going to do is it's going to support your foot so that it prevents it from dropping while you're walking, and it won't have that slap anymore. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, so I do think it will help. This one, I do think it'll fit you today, but you would have to get a custom one made. But we could, give this a try and see if it works for you. You want to do that?
Yeah.
Okay. So what I'm going to have you do is first we need to put this sock on. You always need to have a sock on underneath it, because if not, it can like rub your skin raw. Okay. So let's get our sock on and then we'll put this on. Okay, so what you're going to do is when you have your orthosis, I think this is the simplest way to do it, is you're going to stick it in your shoe like that, and then we'll put it down here, and I'm going to have you're just going to take your foot and you're going to slip it in there, okay?
Okay.
And it also makes getting your shoes on easier too. So then you'll take that strap that's right here and you're gonna wrap it around. And you want it tight so that it's sturdy, but not too tight so that it like cuts off your circulation.
Okay.
All right. And then
Do I tie my shoes?
you're welcome to if you'd like to. I know some men just tend to tuck their laces into their shoes, but if you're a tyer, then you can tie them as well. That'll probably help your foot stay in. You're a tucker? Okay.
Yeah. Since my right hand don't work too good.
Well, maybe our next session I can show you how to tie a shoe with one hand.
My wife would appreciate that.
I'm sure she would. So just sitting here, how does that feel? Does it feel like too tight or anything? Not causing you any pain? All right. Well, I'm going to go ahead and I want to see you do that same walk again, and we'll see if this AFO helps with that foot drop, okay?
Okay.
Okay, Barry, go ahead and do that same walk again, and we'll see if this helps. Yeah, that seems a lot better.
That feels a lot better.
Good. You're actually doing so well with your functional mobility around your home. I actually think that we could try and get rid of this walker. I have an idea. Have you ever heard of something called a Hemi walker?
No.
Okay. Well, I actually have one in the trunk of my car. I found it on Marketplace. So I can go get that and I'll bring it back in and I'll show you what it does, okay?
Okay.
Okay, Barry, this is what is called a Hemi walker, and it's typically used for those that have hemiparesis, which is that weakness that you're experiencing on that right side because of your stroke. So basically, you will have this like on the side, and you'll use it in place of your walker for whenever you're walking. This one though, I think it's a little tall, so we're gonna fit it to you to make sure that it's the right height. So if you would, go ahead and stand up for me. And you can grab onto your walker right here if you need help. Good. So go ahead and put your hand on there. Oh yeah. See how your arm is like really bent? And then if you put your arm down kind of next to it, it should be hitting right here at your wrist, and so I can tell that it's a little tall. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna switch this out. Stay standing for me if you don't mind. Hold on to this, and I'm gonna adjust this really quick.
Okay.
Okay, switch this back out. And we're gonna try that again and see how the height is working for you. Good, that's a lot better. Okay, so we're gonna give this a shot, walking down the hall, and we'll see how you like it, okay?
Okay.
Okay, so now that we have this at your right height, I'm gonna just demonstrate to you how you would walk with this, and then I'll let you have a try, okay?
Okay.
So basically, you're gonna have it on your unaffected side, so for you that's the left side, and what you're going to do is you're going to move it out in front of you, you're going to step forward with this leg, and then follow behind with your weaker side, okay?
Okay.
So step forward, and then weak. So basically, arm, left side, arm, left side, right side.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm gonna let you go ahead and have a try. We'll switch this out. And if at any point you feel like very uncomfortable or unstable, just let me know, okay?
Okay.
All right. So go ahead, and I just want you to walk over to that line again. Yeah, doing great. How does this feel?
Feels kind of weird.
Feels
But-
weird? Yeah.
but
I'm sure it's a big
it's
change going
good.
from your walker to this, but you are doing a great job.
Yeah.
Do you like it better than the walker?
Yeah.
Okay.
Anything to get rid of that walker.
Okay. Okay, Barry, one of the main things you mentioned that you want to get back to doing is just being able to be alone in your home so that your wife can go out and run her errands and you don't have to feel like she's babysitting you. But to be home alone, we do have to consider your safety. So this is some assistive technology. This is called an Echo Dot. Are you familiar with that?
No, I have heard of it. I think my son has one.
Okay, yeah, they're pretty popular. Even I have one. I actually got it on sale for $30, so they're very affordable. So basically, it's like a little robot, and what you're gonna do is you will put it somewhere central in your home, and you'll plug it in, and it's really good for if you were to have a fall. So if you were to have a fall anywhere in your home, you're just going to yell out, "Alexa, call 911.
Calling 911.
Alexa, in call."
Okay.
Yeah, and so it can call 911, it can call your wife. Basically, if you're to have a fall, it can call someone so they can quickly get to you and help you out. It can also do a ton of other things. It can set alarms for you, it can tell you the time, tell you the weather, just do all sorts of things that, I could teach you as well.
Okay. I think that if I got one, I could have my son set it up.
Yeah.
And I think my wife might be okay leaving me by myself then.
See, I had that thought as well. I think with this here, it might give your wife some peace of mind to be able to leave you home for at least short periods of time to start off with.
Yeah.
So now we're going to just go over some general information and your home exercise program, okay? So this handout is in regards to the orthosis that you will be getting. Again, you have to be fitted for that at hanger so that it fits you properly. But this is a handout from their clinic specifically, and it tells you how to care for your orthosis. It's very basic. Basically, you only clean it if it gets dirty or starts to smell or anything like that, and you can just use, warm soap and a mild water to kind of wipe it down. Make sure it's completely dry before you put it on. The straps can suck up water sometimes, so make sure those are fully dry before you use those as well. Also, this tells you how to put it on, even though you did demonstrate out there that you could do that on your own. Make sure that you always have a sock on underneath so that it prevents the skin rubbing against it. And also make sure that you always have a shoe on, because the bottom of it's plastic and it could cause you to like slip and fall, okay? The last thing I would like to say is just sometimes wearing it can rub in certain places, even if it is the proper fit. So make sure you're assessing your skin maybe every night, and if you start to see any skin breakdown, you need to immediately call your doctor, or also you could call Hanger Clinic so they can adjust it for you, okay?
Okay.
So make sure you're wearing this whenever you're walking for sure. Do not wear it at night, okay? Just make sure you can put it on first thing in the morning. And yeah, do you have any questions regarding this?
Nope.
Okay. So again, you can just keep this handout, and there's lots of information on it. The next handout I have for you is just going over how to do that one-handed dressing method that we did. And again, you demonstrated that you could do that really well, but this just goes through the steps in case you forget how to do it. And it's got pictures and everything, okay?
Okay.
And then the last thing that I have here, because of your stroke, I know that you have some weakness in your hand, and that's why it's hard to do some of your things like getting dressed. So what I'm gonna have you do is I have this putty, and this is gonna be part of your homework. So you're going to take this putty, and we're gonna go through these exercises really quick so that I know you know how to do them, but you're gonna be doing these on your own at home. And I want you to be doing these, I wrote down right here, I want you to do 3 sets of 10, 3 times a day, okay?
Okay.
So the first one is finger flexion. So you're basically just gonna take it and you're gonna squeeze. And you're just gonna keep squeezing like that, okay?
Okay.
And the next one is thumb flexion. So you're gonna push your thumb into it like that.
Okay.
And then you're going to do a lateral pinch. So like you're gonna grab onto a key to turn it.
Okay.
You're just gonna pinch it like that. And the last one is all of the fingers, like you're gonna make a pancake.
Okay.
Will you show me those real quick? And I know they might be pretty hard for you to do. I don't expect for you to do it fully. It's to help strengthen those hand muscles, okay? So we've got that finger flexion. We got the thumb flexion, good job. The lateral key pinch, so like you're gonna do a key. Awesome. And then the lumbrical pinch. So remember, like all of it, like you're gonna flatten a pancake. Good. So we have a couple more on this next page. There's finger extension. So you're going to have it down, and you can basically, we'll have it flattened out, but you're going to take your fingers and kind of pull the fingers out. So show me how you can do that. Yeah, I know it's really difficult, but it will get easier with time. And then there's finger abduction. So you're gonna put your fingers in here and you're gonna use it to spread out the putty, okay? Yeah, just like that. And then there is finger adduction, and you could pick it up and pretend that like your fingers are scissors and you're kind of trying to cut this putty in half. And you could do it with between all of your fingers, okay? Show me how you would do that one. Good. And then the last one is the fingertip pinch. So basically you're just going to use the tips of your fingers to try and squeeze that together, okay? Yeah. Good. So with all of that, like I said, you're gonna be doing that 3 times a day. You're gonna do like 30 reps. But there's some things that you need to know when doing these exercises. So make sure that whenever you're doing it, you're not experiencing any pain. If you are having pain, you need to stop and just let me know so that we can adjust it, okay? I might have to get you a different putty. This one is one of the easier ones, but there is one that is even easier. So if that's necessary, I can get you that.
Okay.
Make sure you're not holding your breath while you're doing these. You want to keep breathing and you want to have good posture. And then I don't think you'll experience any of this, but in case you do, if you're having chest pain, shortness of breath, dizziness, nausea, blurred vision, or anything else that's just kind of unusual, just immediately stop and call 911, okay?
Okay.
And then the last thing I just want to let you know is that muscle soreness is pretty common. So after you do these, you're not used to working some of these muscles. And so if your hands are kind of sore, that's normal. If you wanted to, before you did these exercises, you could use a hot pack if you have one. If not, it's not a big deal, but it probably will help with loosening up some of those muscles. And then after you're done with these, if your hands are hurting, you could use a cold pack to help reduce that pain, okay?
Okay.
And yeah, I wrote down my information and your doctor's information right here. So if you have any issues with this, just call me or call him.
Okay.
And all of this is for you, your nice homework. It really will help if you're staying on top of it. So this one's just a sample, so this one can stay here with you so you can work on it. But other than that, do you have any questions for me?
Nope.
Okay, well, it was nice working with you, and I'll see you next time.